Pennsylvania is only one of 12 states that do not compensate the men and women they've wronged. Although these men and women have been exonerated, they have not been compensated. Compensation for the wrongfully convicted can never give them back the years they've lost because there is no dollar amount that is more valuable than the precious commodity of time. Vincent Moto lost the prime years of his life, and all that precious time lost can never, ever, and will never, ever be regained. July 23, 2024 will mark the 28th year of freedom for Pennsylvania Historical Exoneree Vincent Moto.
I was sentenced to 12 and a half to 25 years.
Good morning, gentlemen, ladies.
Mr. Moto was the first to be
Moto.
exonerated through the use of DNA.
I was wrongfully incarcerated for 10 and a half years for a crime I did not commit.
I was devastated when they let the guy go. I mean, why is it that this guy had committed this heinous crime, rapes? He actually raped these women. And he got to walk. He actually went home with his family.
We're going to go knock on these senators' doors because they have not returned my phone call, and I am upset about that. So we're making a house call, surprise visit today.
Senate Judiciary Chair Lisa Baker has not yet returned any of my phone calls, nor was she available to speak with us when we visited her office in Harrisburg, but we did make sure our names were in her registry.
I got post-traumatic stress syndrome. Post-traumatic usually comes from war or traumatic things that happen in your life. I can't get rid of that. It's not a common cold. You know, how do I recuperate? I'm seeing a psychiatrist. I haven't worked since I was 22 because that's when they locked me up, put me away. When I got out, I asked to get my record expunged after DNA proved, being the first ever to use DNA in Pennsylvania, proved that I was innocent. District attorney stood up and said, well, I still believe he's guilty. I don't care what the DNA says. And they wouldn't expunge my record. I'm just hoping that they will eventually pass a compensation bill for the guys. We're not talking about for anybody dudes that committed crimes. We're talking about people that were stripped of their livelihood. That's it. You know?
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, and it's like you said, who could oppose that idea? And it really is mind-boggling.
Tell everybody how long you have been fighting for a compensation bill in the state of Pennsylvania.
Well, I was released in July of 1996, so ever since then. This process I've been doing for a long time, and I'm tired. I'm really tired. And I'm tired of doing interviews. I'm tired of talking to people, telling my story. You took 10 and a half years out of my life. You destroyed my life. My dad's passed now. My mom has seizures. I mean, I'm 100% disabled. I have post-traumatic stress syndrome. I think this might be my last interview because I'm tired. They know they should compensate me. They destroyed my life. They destroyed my children's life. They destroyed everything. But this is what I'm going through. I'm tired of doing this. It's just sad because I've been fighting all these years. Do the juror know that these people that put me away destroyed my life? Do they know anything about I'm home, struggling, trying to get my life in order after they screwed my life up? Am I supposed to just accept this and go on with life? Or am I supposed to take and get justice in my own hands and start making them held accountable for what they did to me and my children and my family? My parents spent over $160,000 on lawyer fees, their retirement. I hate telling the world about how bad I'm doing in life when I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be going through this. I pray all the time, Lord, help me from turning to a bad person and going to handle things like I should have did a long time ago. And no one is listening to me until you take justice in your own hands.
But now what would that justice be, though, Mr. Moto?
Whatever it may be. The same pain I've been through. I've been locked in a hole in the ground for years. Taken away from my family. Taken away from my children. How do you? Yeah, that's a good question. How do you make people pay for what they did? And they know that I'm innocent.
Right.
That's what's the bother. You caught the dude and you let him go. How much respect is that for me and my family? My whole family is living this nightmare that I'm living when these people sitting up here playing games with my life. And I'm really getting upset right now. I need to really get up and get some air.
Wow.
Well, everybody, that was Pennsylvania Historical Exoneree Vincent Moto. He's gotten very emotional and upset and angry, reliving the 10.5 years of hell that he's gone through. Not just the 10.5 years of wrongful incarceration behind bars that he went through, but the continued hell that he has experienced since his exoneration 28 years ago.
July 23, 2021, Vincent Moto was honored and recognized as Pennsylvania's Historical Exoneree by State Representative Virginia Young and the House of Representatives. Representative Young was the first legislator to introduce a compensation bill. Although it has not been voted on the floor yet, it is still in judiciary. If you would like to see justice served for exonerees, please contact your state representatives and your state senators in the state of Pennsylvania. And even if you're out of the state or out of the country, please still write, call, and email the legislators in Pennsylvania. Urge them, demand that they pass an exoneration compensation bill.
I wasn't expecting this. Thank you so much. Wow, this really, I want to say, this should go to my mom, because my mom, if it wasn't for her, I'd probably still be sitting behind bars. She's my everything.
It's time for Pennsylvania to right the wrong. It's time for Pennsylvania to not just exonerate, but also to compensate. I'm Dr. Chinchilla J., PhillyCAM Voices.
It is time for Pennsylvania to right the wrong and compensate exonerees